There's a lot of Nightfall cards I haven't played.
Okay, no problem.
Flip a coin, roll a dice to see who goes first. Evens, heads.
Evens.
You want heads. All right. Oops, it went off screen.
No problem.
There we go. It's six. So you would go first.
Sure. So we draw seven.
Reveal seven. If you don't want them, you can declare a mulligan,
Yep. Let's
and then
see.
you would draw six.
So, I mean, what would you say is a good amount of aura to have? Right now, I've got three dark auras.
How
That's,
many do you have in your deck?
if I remember correctly, it's like 12, between 12 and 15.
Okay. I don't run that many auras, but I try to start with at least one aura and an aurafact or two or a good number of beasties, hoping I pull them. So I'll show you.
Okay.
We're gonna learn this hand.
Yeah.
You can pull me up big on your Discord.
Yep. Yep, see it.
I got two lake worse. I got my mermaid scales, two water auras, nightfall power up, and lightning in a bottle to wake them up.
Okay.
So you would go first. You can play one aura per turn.
Yeah.
So you would start by drawing a card.
Yep. Draw. So, aura. I'll play one aura.
Now you're recording so you can learn, right?
Yes. But yeah, I also have a channel as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I placed an aura, and it looks like I can't really do much else, but I will place a Terra down. It's a river.
That's fine.
Which way does it usually start? Right to left? Left to right? On my
Center and
end?
left. Yep.
Okay, cool. And I'll end turn.
All right. So I'll start mine by bookmarking. Play a water aura. Go ahead and put my mermaid scales down. They come out fatigued. And I will pass to you.
Okay, I'll bookmark. Place an aura. And I will fatigue both auras to play Beast of Bladenborough. So this page's attack deals plus 10 damage if my last meal contained meat. So
So normally those are ones
those.
that you don't use. That's
Oh,
like
so you don't use these in play
so
typically?
when you play. So the way you want to look at it
Sure.
is it physically something you can bring to a tournament?
Ooh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
way it would. Theo explained it to me last night.
Oh, sure.
Because those
Makes
are
sense.
more for like playing and having fun with your friends.
Okay.
Than actually ever going to be used in tournament play.
Okay, that's really good to know. All right, so we'll ignore that. And then we'll play that here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, so you're going to attack me directly.
No, it's fatigued, right? When it comes in.
Um, yes, he does not have first strike. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. You're in your turn. All right. I'm going to bookmark. What's the health on him? 55.
Yep.
Play an aura. Bring my scales up. I'm going to use my scales and one aura. I'm going to play the crab. He comes in fatigued. I'm going to throw lightning in a bottle on him and wake him up.
Okay.
So now he does 40 damage and also puts paralyze on you. So
Okay.
he's got how well can you see my screen?
Uh, not the best. It's. I mean, I can see the images. I can't see the numbers.
So there's a very tiny little symbol on him.
Sure.
Just imagine when he clamps you, he's causing paralyze. It's very
Okay.
hard to see what it actually is.
Yep.
So when I hit your Beastie Boy there, he is going to be hit with 40 damage, and he is paralyzed for 1 turn. So
Okay.
until the end of my next turn, or the end of your turn, he is paralyzed. So you can't use him next time, basically.
Okay.
Paralyzed at the end of your next turn.
Sounds good.
Um, with that, I will pass to you.
Okay.
Now, one thing I'll tell you about Crab, he can heal himself by 10 life points each turn.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
damage he takes is cut in half, and he can't be bounced back into a hand by somebody like Gumbaroo.
Okay.
Or like rolling for fear, he can't be placed back in my hand. So even if you hit me, we have to roll for fear with that card if that card's awake and attacks. Um, if you hit me with fear, even if he loses, he can't be bounced back in his hand. So
I
he would
see.
stay out in place. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
People hate the crab.
Yeah, sounds a little annoying, but
Well,
nice.
annoying.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and. So is it bookmark and then?
Bookmark and then
Okay.
wake him up.
All right.
And I'm going to try to teach you the right ways, and
Awaken.
I'm probably going to do stuff in the wrong order.
Oh, no problem. I mean.
So he stays asleep. He's paralyzed. He stays
Oh, he
fatigued.
stays. Right. Right. Right.
He stays fatigued
Okay.
and is paralyzed. That paralyzed marker will come off after this turn.
Yeah. Sure. So I'll play an aura, and then. Yeah, I'll play a Ludwig. So that just requires one dark aura. That comes in fatigued. So it's got 45 life points. And that's all I can do, I think. So it's your turn.
Cool. He does 10 damage and he causes fear. All right. So we're going to bookmark. We're going to wake him up. You can go ahead and take that paralyzed marker off of him.
Yep.
But we are going to use Crab again to kill him.
Okay, yep.
And per the Crab's text, if attacker destroys a beastie, bookmark 1. So I get to take an extra.
Nice.
There's always benefits.
Yeah.
I didn't have any auras, so I didn't get to play any. But we're going to fatigue this to put invisibility up under the crab. Technically, it doesn't stay, it's a spell. But that means they get to bookmark 1, and for the next turn, he can't be attacked.
Okay.
Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and play Destroy Terra and get rid of your River Terra. So it would go into your Afterlife, which is your top stack.
Sure. Okay.
Normally it would go in the middle stack, but it's going to go in your top stack.
Just because of that specific card.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's because of bringing stuff back out of your cemetery. But it specifically says Destroyed Terrors are placed into Afterlife. All right, and then we're going to fatigue 2 to bring in a Lake Worth monster. He comes in fatigued. If you don't know what he does 20 damage. He powers up off of the island and forest terras, and you can use him for 20 damage, or you can use his power to bookmark a page. So they're very helpful. You have 6 in your deck. So when he's awake on the next turn, I can fatigue him to draw a page.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're going to post this, will you do me a favor and send me a link to it on Instagram so I can watch it at least?
Oh, sure, of course. Yeah, yeah. And feel free to PM me your links or anything. Definitely
Or
will
if you
we'll
just
add them
click
in.
on my name, my link tree's in my profile.
Awesome. Sure, I'll do that.
Try to make it easy.
Awesome, yeah. All right, is it my turn now?
Yes, I passed to you.
Okay. So I will bookmark and then awaken. Oh, sorry, I can't move it, right? Just gotta stay exactly where it is. All right.
Yes and no. When you're playing over camera like this,
Yeah.
there are cards that did destroy the closest card to him, and then
Okay.
you got Beast of Busco if he can touch it with your hand. But when we're playing on
Okay.
webcam and you're playing on a table without a mat, you can do the best you can.
True, true.
I
Okay.
mean, when you fatigue and wake them up, they're always going to move a little bit. You
Right.
can't like take Ludwig and place them over here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yep. I'll play a dark aura and then.
All Are you running 40 cards exactly, or are you running
No, a
less than
little
that?
more. It's more like 55, possibly.
That's a massive deck. I wouldn't recommend running that many. I'd take your auras
Okay.
probably closer to 9. If you've got, you can play blood rubies in your deck,
Okay.
which
Don't think I
allow
have
you.
those, but
They're from Cryptid Nation.
okay. It makes sense.
Um,
Yeah.
they're like mermaid scales, so they count as 2 auras,
Yep. Yep.
but they can be destroyed. They carry 50 life points, and you can play a chaos crystal too, which also come from there. But
Okay.
I can get you a non-hollow chaos crystal that I have from the spell book or from the theme decks for next to nothing.
Okay.
In fact,
Yeah.
if I hadn't sold the dark decks, you might have could have gotten it for a really good price, and you would have gotten a lot of that stuff.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I
All right.
didn't really get into this until this set, so I think I'm
Yeah.
definitely missing out on some of the
I got into
better
it right
cards.
when Cryptid
Yeah.
Nation started to get expensive,
Oh, okay. Nice.
and
Good
then
for you.
it went way. Well, it was already expensive, but it skyrocketed the week after I decided I was going to start it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So all right. So Ludwig does fear and
E
10 damage.
uh where do you see fear?
So the teeth up there. That's not fear poison. Hold on. Let me grab a little book.
Uh Fear could be. I don't know why I thought it was a trap, but they just look too similar to me.
No, that is Bloodsucker.
Oh. Oh,
Equals
yes,
the
it is
state
Bloodsucker.
damage. It recovers LP equal to the damage it's dealt to target pages, not exceeding the targeted page's LP.
Okay. It's
Okay,
at
fair
45.
enough.
All right. So,
So you would do
I
10 damage.
will do 10, and it's strong against, I don't know the names of these icons, but it's like the reddish one.
Hold on, I got the card
Oh,
right here in front
sorry.
of me. That
Okay.
is Spirit and Light, which I'm playing neither of.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem. So yeah, just 10 to.
I would do it to the Lake Worth monster because if you do it to the crab, it's going to cut in half, and then when he awakes, he's going to heal himself.
Sure. Yes. So we'll do
That's
it to
just
that.
a friendly piece of advice.
Yep.
Not trying to help myself in any way, and that actually hurts me a little worse.
Oh, no,
But
no.
that,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
don't go after crab unless you have enough to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being that
Exactly.
he has a 55 life points, you got to have 110 to kill him in one shot.
Mhm. Mhm.
So if your attack gets cut in half, so even if you had two beasties going after him, your first attack gets cut in half, and then your second one does too. So he's a pretty strong guy. Um, but you played him, you put 10 on him, you're passing to me,
Yep.
and his health is 45.
Yes. 45.
All right, let me check something real quick. I have a mostly complete set at this point of this one, and I have a master set of Cryptid Nation. All right, cool. That's what I need to. All right, I am gonna bookmark a page. Wake him up. Play a water aura. I don't have all the shiny ones yet. All right, we are gonna go ahead and attack. Hold on. I gotta read his card again. His attack deals plus 25 damage if he's damaged. Bloodsucker. I think that's deals damage. Okay, deals damage, not takes damage. Okay, so what we're gonna do. We're gonna fatigue this for 2 aura, to play Nightfall, and that's the promo card out of the spell books.
Yep, yep.
All beasties attacks from the MetaZoo Nightfall set deal 25 damage this turn. It's considered night too. So we're going to use Crab doing enough damage to go ahead and kill your dude right there.
Yep.
He'll sit down below. The only thing that goes in the middle is spells
Yes.
and potions.
Yes.
Your auras and artifact and beasties go in limbo
Okay. Sounds good. Yep.
for the most part.
Got it.
All right, we're going to fatigue 2 to play a Lakeworth monster, and then we're going to use the power of the Lakeworth monster to bookmark a page. And I will pass to you.
All right.
Let me show you what's in my hand now. I do have a leveling frogman now.
Okay.
So, we were talking about helping each other.
Yes.
He's nasty.
Okay.
He only has 50 damage he can deal. Or he only has 50 life points. So
Okay.
he can't be hit with any magic, but he can be hit directly with an attack, and he only has 50. So if he's not well guarded, he's going to get destroyed.
Okay. All right. I'll bookmark.
Yep, he is hands down the strongest water card there is.
Okay, good to know. All right, so we've got a dark aura now, and then I'll play zombie. No. I guess this makes sense. So I have this card called Zombie Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to play. I don't have any zombies, but if I did,
No, so you would not want to play this.
oh, replace all
because
beasties.
that's talking about your beasties with fatigue zombie tokens.
Yeah.
And all your replaced beasties are placed in the limbo. I don't know why you would play that card.
With fatigue.
I don't know if that attacks both sides.
How many beasties do you have?
3.
So, okay, maybe I'm reading this wrong, but it says, wouldn't this replace it with fatigued zombie tokens instead? So those 3 aren't out on the arena. Instead, 10 LP BC zombies with a 10 damage attack. Or am I reading this completely wrong?
Is it doing yours or is it doing mine?
I think it would be all.
Yeah, so it's going to kill mine too.
Right.
Yeah, so all 3 of these would go into limbo.
Yeah.
And I would get 3 beastie zombie tokens.
Zombie tokens with 10 life.
And they go into limbo. So I don't have zombie tokens, but I do have tentacle tokens right here.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And fatigue.
Yeah, 10 life and 10 damage attack.
Uh-huh.
And placed in limbo, right? And then this goes into cemetery.
Yes. So I would have recommended holding that.
Until, yeah, okay.
You gotta have the 5. Because if Frogman had been on the field, well, it's a spell, it wouldn't hurt Frogman anyways. You do have to fatigue your auras though.
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Yeah,
sorry, got too excited.
That's how I knew he was talking about everything, because he's one of the big boys.
Got it. Okay, I turn.
Alright. I'm gonna bookmark. Nice. Wake him up. Wake up my zombie token. Alright, we're gonna fatigue to play Leveling Frogman.
Alright.
We are gonna fatigue 2 to play a Lakeworth. And then we're going to hit caster directly for 30.
Alright, I'll take 30.
Do you want to keep score for both of us? Or that's normally one.
I don't know. I was just using my calculator for myself.
You haven't hit me
I
with
can
anything
put this.
yet, right?
No, I probably won't.
You never know.
Never know.
That
Yeah.
last one, that literally came down to the very last play.
Yeah.
Way over there. Push it. Sorry, I had to. Sorry, I don't want to talk about today. There we go. We'll sit that right there. Okay, go ahead.
My turn.
Yep.
All right. Where are we?
One thing
Well, I'll
that's
bookmark. Oops.
a good rule of hand is to lay your hand down on your field, especially when you're playing like this.
Oh. Okay.
Some people want you to keep your hands on the table.
All right.
I'm
Yep.
not gonna do that.
Okay.
I also don't have any other cards with red sleeves, so
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'll bookmark, and then we'll awaken. All right. Yeah. I'll pass turn.
okay. I'm gonna bookmark. Very good. We're gonna awaken. So these technically aren't water tokens, so they won't help me. But we're gonna fatigue 4 to play Chessie. He comes out fatigued.
Uh-huh.
He is one of the Cryptid Nation cards, so you probably haven't seen him.
Nope.
When Chessie enters the arena, bookmark a page, which I get to do, and then his attack is I gain 10 damage for every other water page in the arena. So running a full water deck, Chessie is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
Um, Frogman really does me no good unless you have a beastie on the field.
Okay.
So we are going to use the power of the Lake Worth to bookmark a page. We did not get to play an aura this turn, so we're going to play our water aura. We are going to put invisibility for the last 2 up under Chessie, which allows me to bookmark a page.
Okay.
And we will pass to you.
Okay. I'll bookmark.
All right. Now, if I'd gotten even a slightly different deal,
Mhm.
oh, and then the 30 to caster, I'm sorry.
Oh, sure.
When you're in casual play,
Yep.
you can make mistakes and correct them.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
When you're in a tournament, it wouldn't matter, if that makes sense. So if you do something and it doesn't do what you thought it did, we can always pull it back and do it again.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm at 940 now.
Have you played a TCG before?
Yeah, I have. I play Flesh and Blood. Mostly that I would say. Magic the Gathering and My Hero Academia universes.
Okay. So if you played those, you got a little bit of an idea what's going on here. Just the
Yeah.
overall
No, for
reason.
sure. It's just the symbols and yeah, it's mostly the symbols and the effects I'm having issues with. Not
Okay.
issues, but it's challenging to remember what they do.
So when you're strong against something, you're doing 20 damage
Right.
extra.
Yep.
When your terrors are out on the field, they help, obviously.
And they
Um,
stack, right? So if I
yes,
had,
they
yeah.
both.
Okay.
But if you had 2 river terrors out there, that wouldn't stack.
Right. It's just an
Yeah.
individual, unique. Yep.
Yep.
Makes sense. And then the trap cards are confusing
So
to me. I haven't been able to play it yet, but
I don't play traps
oh, okay.
just because I don't like dealing with them. But
Yeah.
basically, the way it works is you play them face down.
Hmm.
You don't have to contract any aura to play them. But if you want to use them as a trap when the beastie it's under is hit, you have to have the aura available to contract it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so I think I will just play Obsidian Obelisk.
Okay. He
Uh,
comes out fatigued. He'll typically play down in your aura area. This
okay.
is an aura
Okay.
artifact.
Got it.
And he gives you one dark and
Earth.
one earth. Okay.
Yep. And I cannot control more than 2 artifact essences.
Yep.
And that's all I can do.
All right. So you pass.
I pass.
All right. Brilliant. All right. So I'm gonna bookmark 2 with Loveland Frogman in the field. I always get to bookmark an extra page.
Okay.
I play a very draw heavy deck. My goal is to draw as many cards as fast as I can and wake everything up.
Is this a deck you kind of built from scratch?
Yes. So I played a Lightning Water deck when it was just Cryptid Nation.
Okay.
Um, if you're going to run water now, you really only want to run water. And
Okay.
that's not a set in stone thing,
Yeah.
but like if you're playing Chessie, there's no reason to have anything but water in the field
Yeah.
because he powers up that much just from the water. All right, so basically the things I can do, I can hit your Obsidian Obelisk, which it's got 50 LP, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's just like an artifact.
Mhm.
Um, I can deal directly to caster since you don't have any beasties out or nothing in defense. Frogman just gets to sit there looking cute. Um, until I need him, I'm always going to use the power of the Loveland Frogman to bookmark the page. And then we are going to fatigue 3 to bring a crab out onto the field. We're just going to put him up there. Actually, because I'm riding, I'm going to put him over there.
Sure.
He comes out fatigued. We're going to fatigue 2 more to put another Lakeworth onto the field. And then we're going to do something. Yeah. So what we would do now, we're going to put these down. So he does an extra 10 damage for every water beastie on the field. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, or water page on the field.
Okay.
So
Got it.
tokens don't count unless they're water. That's a questionable thing, and I don't know how to answer that. So but they're not water. They're zombies.
Zombie shit.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he would do 100 damage direct to caster.
Okay.
All right.
So you doing that now?
Yep. Unless you have a spell that can counteract it, then yes. Now you play each thing individually, so in case you have something in your hand to counteract it, you can, like a trap, or you had a reflection spell or something like that. Now I'm going to play lightning in a bottle on him, which wakes him back up and allows me to do an additional 100 damage.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to hit your Obsidian Obelisk with these tentacles. We're going to put 30 damage on it.
Okay. Minus
So
30.
if you have,
Hmm?
do you have any dice or anything?
I do.
Okay, so you'd put, if you've got a regular dice, you can use a 3 to represent them.
Sure.
Represent 30 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
like
take
the
30.
Pokemon
This took
dice
30. Okay.
and the magic dice that count up. So you got like the 10 to 50 or 10 to 60
Oh,
and
cool.
the 60 to 110 dice or 120.
Okay.
I play a lot of those. I don't have 5s though, so I use big dice for those.
I see. I see.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And I pass to you.
Sounds good. I bookmark. We'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we'll fatigue these 5 dark auras, and this is Mothman. I may search my spell book, so I don't have one.
Now he
Contracted
doesn't come out
without
awake.
paying Sora
So his
cost.
prophecy is just like Loveland's powers.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to do that until the next turn.
Got it. Sure. So, okay,
So
it just comes in fatigued for now. All right.
shuffle this. So it says target caster reveals a random page from their chapter and cannot bookmark on their next turn. Shuffle and this page into your spell book. So there's a few things going for him. He has flying
Uh
and
huh.
he has fear.
Okay.
You can go ahead and play him.
Sure.
He comes out fatigued.
Yep.
He powers up by night and he powers up by the city.
Yep.
So he comes out fatigued. Now here's where I want you to think about what happens though, because the moment you pass to me, I'm going to use the power of the
You can kill
frogman
it.
to put all the status indicators on him. And what that does is you
Oh.
have poison, paralyze, confusion, sleep, and is that burn? And burn.
Wow. Okay.
Um, so the flip for heads for the effects are automatically considered to be heads unless an effect would say otherwise. Only some of these you roll, like for fear, would put them back in your hand. But basically, what we would worry about here is he's going to go to sleep. He's going to have paralyzed, which means none of his text can be used. When he's
I see.
paralyzed, he is absolutely unavailable for use. And then the poison counter goes on him. He takes 20 initially for poison, and then at the end of my turn, when you start your turn, he would take 10 more, and then when I start my turn, he would take 10 more.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Frogman's a beast, but
Yeah.
it's a beast on the field.
Okay.
So you've done that. You still have two, or you have 1 and 1 over there on the side.
Yeah. Still nothing.
All
So,
right.
end turn.
All right. So I'm gonna bookmark 2. Wake him up. Now normally I would just take Chessie and knock him out, but because he's flying, I can't hit him with Chessie.
I see.
So my only option is to do that, and once he's paralyzed, he's no longer flying.
Yep.
Then I can take him out.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play another aura. We are gonna fatigue. Ooh, if I set this up right. Okay, so we're gonna use the power of the frogman. So you can place all the indicators, but really what you need to know
Yeah.
is he's asleep, so you need a sleep indicator.
Okay.
He's paralyzed and he's poisoned. It's gonna do 50 damage. If you have something that has 50 LP at the beginning of your next turn, he goes into limbo.
Okay.
So he's got 20 damage on him right now.
He has 20.
Technically, and he'll have 40 damage on him by the end of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So he's asleep now. Now that he has 20 damage right now. It's very important that you put that
Yep.
because that affects the rest of my turn.
Okay.
You need to put your paralyze indicator on there because that means he's no longer flying.
Okay.
Nor does he cause fear. Okay. So what this means now is all of his status, all of his text, and all
Yep.
of his powers are nullified.
Okay.
So that's a very valuable thing for me because literally until the end of the turn, if you can't kill Frogman, I can just keep fatiguing him each turn to keep doing damage until Mothman's dead.
I see. Yep.
But for now, I'm gonna fatigue a water aura and 2 auras to play a fatigued Chessie. Bookmark a page. I'm going to fatigue 2 more to play a Sleepy Lakeworth. I'm going to fatigue these 2 to bookmark 2 pages. I'm going to play this last one to use bookmark, which allows me to bookmark 2. You're taking them from your spell book and putting them into your chapter, which is your hand. Um, now I have no aura left, so unless I had one to play, there's nothing I can do except attacks now.
Yep.
Typically like to do that. That way I keep things normal. We're going to go ahead and use two of these to go ahead and knock out your obsidian obelisk. That'll do the other 20 it needs.
Okay.
But I want you to realize, though, with the cards you put out in the beginning, very easily you could have overtaken me. This has nothing to do with you being new. I literally just got a good deal this time. This deck is bad about if you don't get a good deal, you're going to get destroyed. You saw last time you couldn't get
Yeah.
BCR on the field to save
Yeah.
your life. So once you get them and you keep pulling them and you keep pulling auras, it just
Right.
keeps stacking. But you did good killing three of them. I would have held that another turn or two
Yeah.
and waited 5 or 6 out on here and then did all of them.
Makes sense. Yeah.
The only one I think that wouldn't work against, or is that a power? If it's a power, it would still work against Frogman. But if it's a spell, it wouldn't work.
It's
I
a
think it's a
spell.
spell. It's a spell, so it
Yeah.
couldn't hurt Frogman, but it hurt everybody else.
Okay. Good to
Um,
know.
all right. So we're going to use Chessie to go ahead and hit your Mothman for the rest of the damage to go ahead and get him out of here. Whenever they're asleep, they take double damage.
All the time?
I've got a spell that I keep called Water Gun.
Okay.
It does. It's one order to contract. It does 10 damage to target beastie. If it destroys another page as a result of the attack, bookmark one page from top of your spellbook. But I keep this because if you put one of mine to sleep, I can hit him and it only does 20 damage to wake him up.
Oh, okay.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Interesting.
So
So you're saying
I
anytime any beast that is fatigued is attacked, the damage done to them is doubled?
no, only if they're asleep.
Only if they're asleep.
And
Oh,
the
got it,
only
got
time
it, got it.
flying trait comes off of your Mothman or any other that has flying is if they attack first. So if he attacks and he doesn't kill him,
Yeah.
whatever he attacks. Now, luckily with him, when he attacks, you roll for fear immediately, and if it's yeah, I think it's fear with him. But when he attacks, if it's, let's say he attacked my Chessie and he didn't kill him, um, Chessie would then hit back with his attack. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So you've got to make sure you're playing smart,
Yeah.
um, because it can turn around and bite you real quick, especially if you're playing somebody electric, because theirs can paralyze you too.
Okay.
So we're going to use Crab to do 40 and the Tentacle to do 10 to you directly.
So 50?
Yes, and I pass to you.
Okay. We'll bookmark and then awaken. So I will play a Ludwig and pass turn.
Okay. In that instance, I would have held him since you had 5 orders and only bookmark one. I get it, but I would have held him and passed and then waited.
Okay.
The good thing about putting him down is I've got to take him out if I don't want him to attack me,
Right.
which saves the damage from hitting you directly.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking about right now.
All right, so
Doing what I
bookmark
can.
2 because of Frogman.
Yep.
We're going to wake everything up. All right, so now here's where it's going to get crazy. So, what do I want to do? That's the question. I'm going to fatigue 3 aura to put Power Up Red under Chessie. And you've got a new version of Power Up Red with a bunny with an axe on it. It adds 100 damage and 100 life points to whatever their damage and life point is.
Okay.
So Chessie now has 180 life points,
Yeah.
and he does 10 plus every water page, and then another 100.
Okay.
So we are going to go ahead and use the power of Frogman to poison him, but basically at the beginning of your turn, he's going to die. So you can do your status indicators on him, but he's going to die before your next turn.
Okay.
And then we're going to use the 4 here to bring a fatigued loved one onto the field and put invisibility on them, which allows me to bookmark a page. And I pass to. Oh, wait. Excuse me. I've got to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's where it starts to get interesting. All right. I've got to count now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I counted him in that 14.
Okay.
So automatically he's doing 140 damage.
Okay. I'll take the 140.
So we're going to do 240 direct to caster. And then he fatigues.
Okay. I'm at
We're going to
450.
do another 140 direct to caster.
Okay.
And he fatigues.
$310.
Okay, so it wouldn't benefit me to use Lake Worth because I don't have a Lake Terra to attack you directly. So we're going to bookmark a page with them times 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we haven't played an aura this turn, so we're going to play a water aura and then fatigue that to play a bookmark, which allows us to bookmark 2. Like I said, this deck is all about drawing.
Yep.
And now we're going to actually, he's going to go bye-bye at the beginning of your turn. So we're going to hit you with 40, 50, 60, 70 direct to caster.
All right.
And then we pass to you.
Okay.
I hate dark decks because it is so hard to fight them. My only saving grace against a dark deck is Lovely Frogman.
Yeah.
That's how dangerous the dark deck is to me.
Yeah. Man, I really need that water or.
So Ludwig goes bye-bye now.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so he's died. He put up a good fight.
Okay. I can't do anything. So, pass turn.
How many water aura do you have in your deck?
I think I only have 4.
Or how many water cards do you have?
Not many. These might be the only ones.
I don't want to advise you one way or the other. I don't know that I'd be running water mixed in. So we're going to play a Lake Terra.
Okay.
Long story. I'm going to destroy you this game.
Yep.
This hand.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I still have Flood the Earth. I can need it.
That's a pretty one.
Everything that's not flying off the field, but you got nothing.
Nope.
And I've got auras and the Oklahoma Octopus, which makes 8 tentacles. I've got new beginnings, make a shuffler hand. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when you start to get overwhelmed. Normally at this point I would have called good game 2 or 3 turns ago.
Yes.
If it was me getting attacked.
Yes.
But I wanted you to play and learn. I'm not an MZO by any means, so I could be teaching you some mechanics wrong, like how the paralyzed hurts your guys as it goes, if that makes sense.
I mean, it sounds about right. And if it's wrong, I feel like as long as we're
So,
playing. Yeah, I think it's definitely close enough. It felt right. So
well,
I really appreciate all your tips and advice there.
normally when you have people playing, we'll have MZOs or people that are studying to become an MZO, metazoologist,
Right.
in here, and they can answer those questions. Or if you have a specific question, you can ask, and one will jump in.
Okay.
If you ever see R in here,
No.
uh, he's
Uh,
one of the top guys. And if you ever see Kevin in here, Kevin's in charge of design of the games.
oh, cool.
So he designed the mechanics of Nightfall.
Wow. Nice. Okay. Good to know.
He works for MetaZoo. So Kevin can explain the intent behind the card, how the text reads. It's very specific how text reads.
Yep.
Um, I would love to play 2 or 3 more, but it's 10:30. I got to be up for work at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. No problem. Me
So I'm
too.
gonna call it a night. Or typically I would have been on about 7:30,
Yeah.
but kids went to bed, or
Yeah.
we went trick or treating. So
No,
I
that's
had a
fun.
blast. I would love to play with you again.
Awesome.
Just hit me up. You can always, because I've done the reaction rolls and I've got that, what is it? The looking to play the LTP tag.
Yep.
You can always do the hashtag or the @LTP,
Sure.
and it'll ding anybody looking to play as if you'd done everyone, but only the people that want to play.
Awesome.
So everybody that's looking to play, that likes to play, it'll let them know.
Okay. Sounds
I
good.
had a blast.
Thank you. Thanks so much
You
for
probably
teaching
use
me.
you can look at dark mixed with, because of your obsidian obelisk mixed with earth. Earth is a great defense.
Okay.
Uh, you got some guys that are really really strong.
Mhm.
Or mixing it with, I've seen dark cosmic decks, dark spirit decks, but dark cosmic is somewhat common. A lot of times dark plays by itself.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'll
know,
give
and
that a
so
try. I
but
definitely.
I don't. I've never played a dark deck, so I don't
Yeah.
know that I would be the one to help you set it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Definitely.
would
This was my first deck that I built. So
I would definitely look at Cryptid Nation cards. You're gonna need some of them.
yeah.
You can do dot Cryptid Nation in any of the servers, and it'll pull up the official guidebook, which should have all the pictures of the cards.
Okay.
And see the text. You can go on like TCG Player, Channel Fireball, and buy them really, really cheap.
Yeah.
Or DM someone like me who's opened way too much stuff and has a whole bunch of catalog bulk, and
Awesome.
we can help you with cards you need. You can also go into deck building ideas, and ask, and you can say this card or this card, and why would you do this and do that, and the guys in MetaZoo are really really helpful and really really friendly.
Mhm.
We always say we're a family, and it's true. We pretty much are a family.
Well, that's so
And
good to hear.
yeah, I love this game. I'd never played a game before. I'd always collected Pokemon and stuff
Uh
for
huh.
the card. But I enjoy the community enough that I play MetaZoo, and I love it.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you found it then.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
Awesome.
gonna jump off.
Yes.
Hit me up anytime you want to play,
Okay.
and then just keep refining your deck. It takes time to get cards,
Yes, it does. Yeah.
but find things you want to play by watching and talking to people, and then some of these cards you can get for 20 cents to $2.
Mhm.
And just kind of go from there.
Sounds good. All right, we'll do.
All right.
Thanks so much. Have a
Thanks a
good
lot.
night.